Do you guys by any chance remember the days when a brand new vehicle exceeds the Game Pass vehicle in War Tycoon? Well, this day is once again going to be one of those days because the brand new Raider X helicopter is actually on another level. I don't know if some of you guys already checked it out, but for the ones who didn't, here is a video telling you why you should check it out, because in this damage test, I will be showcasing you guys just how overpowered this brand new vehicle is, and I'm gonna be placing it against the Mi-28 Havoc. So anyway, let's just jump into it. The first category, as you guys already know the drill, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be testing the health. And since there is an official Wikipedia website currently showing us how much health the brand new Raider X is going to have, we're going to be having to go back to the old roots of testing the explosive sniper on these helicopters. So anyway, let's go ahead and shoot the Mi-28 Havoc, which is going to be our first test. Let's see how much it's going to be taking, and it's going to lose exactly 12% for a shot to around the middle. So let's just continue and start shooting. So the shot number 2, shot number 3, and then once again shot number 4. As we can see, the Mi-28 has lost around half of its health, so let's go ahead and go for shot number 5, 6, and then we are gonna go for 7. It looks like the Mi-28 is going to be able to tank around 8 to 9 shots-ish, I guess that's gonna be. So that's 8, and then 9. Yep, the Mi-28 is at 9. And that does correspond to how much health actually it has. Anyway, let's just move on to the Raider X and show you guys how much health this bad boy has. Alrighty, so here we have it. There we have ourselves the Raider, which is ranked to have 2 bars out of health. So let's go ahead and see how true that is. I'm going to be shooting it roughly in the middle, like the Mi-28. So we're just going to be shooting here. And let's go ahead and see how much health it's going to lose. Let's go ahead and see. And it's going to be losing exactly 20% for one shot. So as we can already see, probably a clear winner to this category. We are going to be having the Mi-28 for health, because this helicopter seems to be able to tank from like 5 to 6 shots from the explosive sniper. I believe that's actually going to be 5. Yep, I'm correct. This thing might have around 550 to 600 health-ish. That's my personal guess. Alrighty, so the next category we are going to be moving into is going to be the overall speed and agility that both of these vehicles will be having in the air. Starting up with the Mi-28 Havoc, as we can see it, it is a big vehicle, meaning that of course it should be having slightly worse maneuverability and speed than the previous one, but we're just really gonna have to see the difference. The overall weight of the vehicle doesn't always have to mean that it's going to be slower. Anyway, here we have it. Let's go and see the overall speed that this vehicle is going to have. It's going to be able to go to a maximum speed of 210 miles per hour, and if we do go ahead and try to turn, this is the overall turning speed of the Mi-28 Havoc, which is actually incredibly good, if I have to be honest. It's pretty good for being able to fight planes and etc. But anyway, let's go ahead and actually check out the Raider and see the difference. Alrighty, so now actually going to be moving to the Raider X, which is actually ranked as the fastest helicopter in the whole entire game. So let's go ahead and actually see how good the speed of the Raider X is gonna be. And I already seen it in yesterday's video, but this thing can actually go so fast. It can literally go faster than some planes. Just look at the speed. Let me take off the bearings and look at this. You guys see, this thing can literally excel at such high speeds, and it can go up to 270 miles per hour. So this means that this thing can literally chase a whole entire plane in a fight. Like, imagine a plane is just running away from this thing. I don't think that's gonna happen. This thing is gonna be able to chase helicopters, planes, get ahead of pretty much everybody in the fights. But also, not to add, this helicopter is also able to go in the air incredibly quickly. Just look at the ult once I start going forward. So let me just go to maximum speed. Look how fast this thing can actually go in the air. Yeah, that is absolutely huge speed. So imagine a plane just goes high in the air and tries to get away from you. You can just go and excel so much higher than all of them very quickly as well. It's just insane how good this helicopter will be in terms of maneuverability. Not to add, it has pretty much the best turn for any helicopter in the game. As you guys can see, I'm literally doing full circles over here. I cannot even track how fast I'm going. Like, this thing is insane in terms of speed. It's definitely winning this category. Anyways, you might think that this is the only point that the Raider is going to take against the Mi-28. Well, you are very wrong, because the Mi-28 is about to lose pretty much every category from now on. Just have a look at this. Anyway, moving into the brand new category. So here we are going to be testing the Autocannon damage on the mouse. So here we are jumping right into it. We are starting with the Raider. I think you guys can probably not see the much damage that's currently being taken by the mouse, but as you see, once I stop shooting, the mouse is literally smoking already, which is just crazy. And then just a second of the more shots and the mouse is dead. Now moving into the Mi-28, we're gonna be doing exactly the same thing. One thing which I am able to notice with the Mi-28 is that the bullets that it shoots are not instant travel time. In this next test, we are going to be testing their ground capabilities in order to be able to actually destroy any tank. I'm going to be using T-14 as my test subject, and the first missile is going to be doing 10% to the T-14. So let's go ahead and shoot some more, and after exactly 8 missiles, the T-14 is going to be left at 27%. So once again, we are going to be using the T-14 for this test. Now we're going to be shooting at it with the Raider. So let's go ahead and shoot the first missile and the T-14, and it's going to be taking exactly 21%. That is crazy. So what if it actually unloads all of its missiles? It almost kills the T-14. That is actually huge, and I'm so surprised in this. Well, it looks like in this category, we are once again going to be having another winner. The anti-tank category, or just the missile damage, is going to once again be going to the Raider. So this time we are going to be testing how much the Raider will be able to do to the T-14 with all of its rockets. So bring it, start shooting at the T-14. Let's go ahead, and how much? Oh my god, 13% from one rocket, and it has 16. It's gonna kill the T-14. Okay, this is crazy, man. Please, Mi-28, do not disappoint me and actually own up to it and not be horrible, man. I really hope that the Mi-28 just did like 5% with one rocket. Okay, it's definitely losing this category, you guys. Looks like the Raider is winning another one. After this astonishing loss from the Mi-28, let's step it up a bit, and the Mi-28 is going to be shooting the F-35 with 4 of its lock-on missiles that are air-to-air. And it just did 10%. Okay, the Mi-28 air-to-air lock-on missiles are also just as terrible. It's just a huge change, and I'm just surprised to say it, man. RIP. At this point, it's like a turtle fighting a god. Let's see how much damage the freaking Raider is going to be doing to the F-35 from a shot to the back. It just did 21%. So just a double amount of damage that the Mi-28 will do. So after it unloads all of its shots, it pretty much almost kills the F-35. This is crazy, man. Well, are you tired yet of the Mi-28 losing every single category? Well, I know most of you Mi-28 users are probably crying right now just as much as me. I love the vehicle, but in this category, I'm testing the overall lock-on range of both of these vehicles, and this is going to be the only category in which the freaking Raider is going to lose, because it's going to be able to lock onto a maximum distance of around 1000 stats. That's roughly the distance I was able to measure. But here we go, let's move on to the Mi-28. I do have some good news for all of you guys, because the Mi-28 can actually lock onto from such a significantly bigger range. It can even go up to 1500 stats, or even up to 2000 stats, as you guys are seeing in these clips. The Mi-20 is going to be winning this category, but realistically, it's one of the only ones that's going to be winning in this video. Anyways, this is probably gonna be the end, but the winner for this is going to be very clear. The Mi-28 Havoc almost loses in everything, so let's summarize this video a little bit. The Raider is going to be winning in air-to-air combat because of the fact that its air-to-air missiles will be doing around double the amount of damage that the Mi-28 is doing. However, the Mi-28 only has one advantage of just being able to get as far away from the Raider X in actually making it not be able to lock onto the Mi-28. However, the Mi-28 will still lose in long range. And the reason why I say so is because the freaking Raider has almost instant travel time autocannon, which pretty much works like the Invictus, man. Anyway, the next category, which also would like to summarize, is the tank combat. The Mi-28 only has one advantage of being able to shoot the tanks down from long range. However, if you are very skilled at dodging with the helicopters, which of course the Raider has the best maneuverability in the game now, it just allows it to be able to very easily dodge tank shots while even getting somewhat low to the ground. So once again, tank combat and air combat is both going to be won by the Raider X. By the way, developers, if you are watching this video, I know you probably are, I have some ideas for balance changes. I believe there's 2 ways you could go on about this to actually make this update much more balanced. First of all, the Raider X should be having a somewhat of a significant buff to its main gun in terms of damage, because it's got high damage and high travel time. So I believe that should be changed and make the damage maybe like 30% less for the autocannon. The missiles damage should at least go down by 20%, and same with the rockets. The rocket damage is just OP, and the Mi-28 could also be buffed slightly in terms of its air lock-ons, because it's just an absolute joke. Anyway, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this update. I love the Raider X, but the Mi-28 is really being disrespected. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to Nameless for helping me out in this video. I'll leave a link to him in the description.